Hello, Matchakacha, and my other viewers. Welcome to Friday Night Dorf Romantic with Emma. Matchakacha, yes, as you will have noticed on my start screen, let me just quickly switch back here. If you use an animated emote, it will go very, very fast. It's actually a bug with my start screen. That I never bothered to fix because I find it quite amusing. The reason is that it's playing every animation at 60 FPS regardless of what speed is actually encoded in the GIF file. So some of them are only slightly fast and some of them are really fast. Anyway, welcome, and I'll get switched over to Dorf now. I don't know if T-Bago is here this evening, but just to clarify, last week I started playing Void Stranger in this Friday slot, which is a puzzle game. I will be revisiting that. I won't be playing it today, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be playing it in future. I'm just a little bit tired today, and I don't think my puzzling brain is quite there. So today is going to be just a chill out with Dorf stream, and then Void Stranger we will resume next week. I might even have a dedicated Void Stranger stream next week. So let's get into some Dorf. When we left off, I was playing this world, and I was trying to see how far I could get whilst making only perfect placements. And so far we're doing pretty well. We're up to 40,000 points, but we don't quite have enough tiles yet for me to say, oh, we could keep this going forever. So it's sort of hanging in the balance whether we'll be able to make this an infinite run. Let me just go ahead and turn up the sound. As usual, if I'm not happy with the sound level, then do let me know. But I think that's about where we usually have it. And if that's too loud, too quiet, too sideways, do let me know. How are you today, Matchakacha? I know you do enjoy my Scrabble stream, so I don't know if you're mainly here for the Scrabble and just happen to stop by for the other games, in which case that's very much appreciated. Oh yeah, this is the one I'm supposed to be blocking off because it's got a flag on it. This one, yeah, this one has trees. We can make this work, maybe. This, hopefully T-Bago is okay because he's usually the first one in chat. You don't personally own this game? I mean, I can recommend it if like me, you get to Friday night and you think, I just need to chill out with something for a bit. But maybe, you know, that doesn't necessarily appeal to everyone. Some people like a bit more action in those games. Which is absolutely fine, of course. Everybody has their own preferences. Do with this ending piece of railway. I probably don't want this railway to go any further actually, so let's end that there. This is where I put the stupid pieces like this. So let's add this one to the collection. You were wondering where they were. Well, let's be honest, my chat is not of the size that moderation is essential, so just don't say anything naughty and it won't matter. Still trying to close off this forest, so let's not put any more trees there, let's put them over here instead. Okay, this big field is too big for this. So maybe it needs to go over here. Your internet is being, and I think that's a picture of a sloth. Sorry to hear that, Matsukatcha. If you suddenly go quiet, I won't take it personally. I will blame your internet, don't worry. See if we can fit that in there. This map is starting to get to the size where I can have a place to put all the tiles that don't really fit anywhere else. Like this one. I think it's going to be this area right here. Any chance you request for Dorf Poly other game emotes? That's an interesting idea, Matsukatcha. So yes, all of my emotes at the moment are non-game specific. Because I wasn't really sure what games I would be playing long term when I requested them. And I think, to be honest, like, I'm not going to play Dorf forever. Eventually I will put another game in this slot, and eventually I'll put another game in the Polybridge slot, certainly. I think I'm about done with Polybridge, to be honest. Probably one or two more streams just so I can finish the campaign, and then I'll move on to something else. So the problem with having game emotes is if you don't play that game anymore, they're not really relevant. And since I am spending money commissioning them, so yeah, it is a nice idea. The one game that I am going to be playing constantly is Scrabble, but I don't really have a good idea for a Scrabble emote, because Twitch policies, you can't just have a tile that is like a Scrabble tile with a letter on would not be an emote, allowed emote, because you can't have a single letter on an emote. So you can't have a Scrabble tile. Most of the other things I can think of don't really fit on an emote. You've got to bear in mind, emotes are like, what is it, 28 pixels by 28 pixels, so whatever you come up with has got to look good at that size and be identifiable. But I am open to ideas for Scrabble emotes. I just probably won't do them for other games. Almost works. Oh, yeah, I need to be closing this off, don't I? Where do I need to go? Here and here. And then here and here. Oh, and there. Okay. Need to bear in mind which pieces I'm supposed to be closing off on this one, so that I don't accidentally leave them open forever. I do have some new Emma emotes coming though, which capture a few. If you are hoping for new emotes, then I do have good news in that regard. There will be one more animated emote and 5 more normal emotes coming, after which my emote slots are pretty much full. I'll also be getting some bits tier badges to show appreciation for people who have cheered bits. Even just showing 1 bit will get you a badge. And I also need to get some more subscriber badges, because the longer I stream, the more badges unlock. Up to, I think, 2 years is the longest badge. And I don't have badges for all the slots yet. Let me just put this here, maybe. I only have 1 railway quest and it's a bit stuck because I need a piece that fits here, but this doesn't work because this just sends it into the trees. It doesn't work there either. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this railway. I've also got this one, which might have been a mistake. Let's do that. Doesn't seem like many people are here tonight, Matcha Catcher. Obviously I expected a lower than normal audience because all the Americans are busy doing Thanksgiving. So I was hoping some people would show up. Looks like it's just you and me. That's alright. I just wanted to play a bit of Dorf anyway. If Debugger's not here, that spares me having to explain why we're not playing Void Stranger. This forest is a bit awkward because I need to get this river to join up with here in order to complete this river quest. But at the same time, I need to make this forest nice and big. Yeah, well, as I say, Matcha Catcher, I think it's just that almost all my viewers are American. Because it is quite late for Europe. And the Americans are busy today. Well, technically I think Thanksgiving was yesterday, but everybody celebrates it at the weekend. So a lot of people are not going to be at home. They'll have travelled somewhere to see family or whatever. And typically that means they're not watching Emma playing a random game on Twitch, which is absolutely fine, of course. Okay, I'm just going to keep putting forests over here, I think. Hello, Few. Thank you for dropping by. You're an American, but you're not celebrating Thanksgiving. I was just saying I might have fewer viewers today because some of my Americans might be otherwise occupied. Well, I know it's technically over, it was yesterday, but people might be taking the weekend to... like, people might still be staying with family, or they might have, you know... I'm sure some people celebrate at the weekend just because of, you know, time constraints. Hello, Ophelia. There's absolutely no need to apologise for being late. I don't suppose your own stream finished that long ago, so any amount of Ophelia presence in my stream is very much welcomed. So Few did go somewhere for Thanksgiving, but drove back last night. I am grateful for you to be here. If you want, Few, we can play Ticket to Ride later, if you're still going to be around. I did have it penciled in for Sunday's stream, but if you're here and there's not many other people here, we could do that. Ophelia, no it didn't, and I was so exhausted. Yes, I understand that. For anyone who has not gone to one of Ophelia's streams, you really should do. I mean, especially if you like this game, because this is what Ophelia plays on a lot of her streams. But also just because she's a great person and a great streamer, and yes, there is a lot of talking on Ophelia's streams, but that's good. She engages with chat, and we all have a nice time. We discuss some things, and maybe we do a little bit of Dorf in between. And I think that's a great atmosphere. But yes, this is the thing. So 4 hours of talking, almost without a break. Although we had a quick break in the middle. But yes, 4 hours straight of talking. That's going to wear you out regardless. And, you know, you get used to it after you've been streaming a while. But, certainly, yeah, after my Scrabble streams, which can go on for 6 or 7 hours, and I don't talk for all of that. I am thoroughly exhausted. Few says, yes, Dustin did want to play Ticket to Ride, but I don't think he actually owned the game yet, so he was going to have to buy it. I don't know if he did yet. I mean, if he shows up to this stream, I will ask whether he's got the game yet. Play both. Yeah, we could play both days. No reason we can't. we can confuse everybody by having Ophelia in the chat and Ophelia in the game, and they're not the same person. Yes, Ophelia, there was some gameplay. Gameplay definitely occurred. I mean, you're on, what is it, 105,000 points now, which is, I mean, well, it's more than I've got on this map. This is my, I think, Ophelia, you probably know this, but this is my attempt at 100% perfect placements. And, I mean, it's still going, I haven't failed yet. You are trying to play it. It is difficult to play this game when you're being distracted by chat, as I am now, but that's fine. I got a solid 15 minutes of gameplay in when there was just Matcha Catcher here. You can gift... Oh, what? Gift the game to Dustin, dude. Few. That's very generous of you. Well, that's something you'll have to ask him if he wants you to gift it to him. But I'm sure he would be very grateful for that. And yes, it would be nice to have more players. At the moment, Ticket to Ride just sort of feels like me and Few taking over the stream to play something that the rest of the viewers aren't necessarily interested in. Ophelia says, "You are so sweet, Emma," which is what I keep telling my chat, and I do hope everyone who has ever been in there is following you by now. I mean, that's definitely not true, Ophelia, because you had over 100 viewers at one point because of that massive raid. And I'm sure all of them haven't followed me, but that's obviously fine. I don't expect them to. But yes, the blue Ophelia. Yes, Ticket to Ride has some AI characters. One of whom is named Ophelia. 105,100. Wow. That is a lot of points, Ophelia. That's like 3 whole extra towers you must have placed to get that. Technically, oh yes, so yes, because the 100,000 stream was the one before, wasn't it? So actually last stream should have been the 105,000. This stream should have been 110,000. We're slipping behind. It is, well, yes. It is your stream and it's your rules. So, absolutely. I agree, Ophelia. You can do whatever you want on your stream. You don't have to play Dorf at all. You could just sit there with a photo up on the screen and talk, if that's what you want to do. Few says all the viewers want Tixter. I don't think all my viewers agree on what they want. I think different people like different things. I'm sure you're not the only one who enjoys Ticket to Ride, because I know that Dustin enjoys it because he considered playing it. I don't know if Ophelia is familiar with Ticket to Ride. We have this stereotype that all Germans love board games, but it would be unfair to assume that of Ophelia. They are not. Yeah, the raid doesn't. You're right. Big raids like that don't count. They're not even following you. But we will get there. Yes, we will get there. Well, I have quite a lot. I have 182 followers now, I think, which is... That's quite a lot of followers. I mean, obviously they don't all show up to every stream, but still, that's quite a lot of people that looked at my content and said, yes, this is something I would like to watch. And it's nice to know that. Title screen. Yes, I am, at least I'm in the game. I'm not sat on the title screen. Ophelia's stream will often look like this for about 2 hours, but that's because we are actively talking, which is fine. We love the. Oh yes, sorry, yes, Bucky, your dog. Yes, you could just have a picture of him on the stream and then talk, and I'm sure it would be just as nice. It's nice to have a long-term goal, I think, on chatting streams, and Dorf fills that role because it gives you feel like you're making progress with each stream. You've done a bit more Dorf. As I try to do a bit more Dorf. This should really go here, but I don't have a good place for it at the moment. Put it over here, I suppose. Or over here. I don't want to put it here because I want to close this off because it's got a flag. I don't want to put it here because I still want to make this railway. And so I circle the map endlessly. So you feel even when I'm playing the game, I don't play the game. I just scroll round and round the map. Ophelia has never heard of Ticket to Ride. Yes, well that's fine. It's a board game, which has been adapted into a computer game, as these things typically are, and it's train themed. You have a map of America with a bunch of routes drawn on it, and you have to place trains along those routes to try and connect stations. And then there is a European version of it, and there's various other expansions that have different maps. We'd love to see it. Okay, well, I'm not sure how long you can stay, Ophelia, but we can play Ticket to Ride in the second half of this stream, if you like. Followers don't mean that much viewers do, and I love the idea that most people who follow are actually interested in the content. Yes, I agree, Ophelia. Yes, followers, if people follow and then never actually show up to the stream, then obviously that counts for a bit less. So, speaking of which, we've only got 3 viewers at the moment. We've got you, me, Few and Matcha Capture, and that's it. And I assume that Thanksgiving in America is part of it, because I would normally have a lot more than this on a Friday night. And most of my viewers are American, owing to my later stream times. Oh, sorry, yes, Bucky is Revo's dog, not yours. Bestest girl. From afar. Yes, that is quite a long way from you. Sorry, I got confused, Ophelia, I do apologise. But might visit Europe next year. Oh, Revo is going to come to Europe. Fingers crossed. Might be able to give her a treat and belly rubs myself. Yeah. Have to see if he can make a surprise appearance on one of your streams, Ophelia. With one of his songs. Hello, Kaijo! Thank you for dropping in. And yes, sorry, you've asked to see what Dorf is all about, and I'm not playing Dorf, I'm chatting to Ophelia. Sorry, let me do some actual gameplay for the benefit of Kaijo 55,555, who is the biggest Kaijo, for sure. Thank you so much for dropping in. So this is a game where you build up a landscape using these hexagonal tiles. I have a stack of tiles on the right here, and I work my way through that stack, placing them wherever I like on the board, except that I am trying to get the edges of the tiles to match. So here, for example, I have a house, here I have a field, here I have a forest. So I'm looking for tiles where, like this for example, this house matches with this house and these two plain edges match here. If you manage to match all the edges of a tile, it counts as a perfect placement, and it does this little shimmer and you get extra points. Getting extra points also gets you extra tiles in your stack. And that's important because when you run out of tiles, the game is over. So the object of the game is to build the biggest dorf possible, score as many points as possible, before you run out of tiles. Now this isn't the biggest dorf that I've made. My best score is over 700,000, and I'm just going to load this up to give you an idea of the size of map that you can actually have in this game. And you can see the technique that I used to create it. I put all the forests in one area and all the houses in another area, and so on and so forth. But it does get quite complicated, especially with the railways, trying to fit them all together. So this is the size, the sort of size of map that you can get. But when I made this one, I didn't manage to perfectly match all the edges. It will actually tell you if you go into the game stats what proportion of your tiles are matched perfectly. And in this game I matched 95% of them perfectly, which is fairly good, and it's enough to keep the map going for ages and ages. But more recently I've decided to try and see how far I can get in the game, only matching edges perfectly. So this map, 100% of the edges are perfectly matched. Now what that does mean is there's quite a lot of holes. And the holes are there because I'm waiting for the right tile to fill the hole, and it's going to be there quite a while because sometimes the tile might not come. So the challenge is complete all the holes before you run out of tiles and lose the game. And keep it going as long as possible. And it's a good game for relaxing streams where you just want to talk to chat, maybe chill out a bit, not think too hard. It's got relaxing music, it's got nice pretty graphics, it's got little animals animated on the map which are adorable. It's got little boats that drive around, which few likes. It's got trains that drive around the railways. So it's sort of my go-to stream game for Friday nights at the moment. Now I'm well behind chat. I see how difficult it is for you, Ophelia. A few people say something and you've got to catch up. So other way around the dorf. Yes, so we were talking about Ticket to Ride as well, which is another game I play on this stream. Ticket to Ride was a board game first, and then was adapted into a video game, whereas, yes, Dorf Romantic was a video game first and was adapted into a board game. Most things that are board games first, the video game tends to be a fairly faithful reproduction of it, as in it tries to have exactly the same rules. That's obviously not possible with the board game of Dorf, because you can't have infinite tiles in a board game. It would be very expensive to buy. So the board game comes with a couple of hundred tiles, I think, and the rules are a bit different. You don't just play till you run out of tiles, you have other things to do as well. Yes, follower. We were talking about followers as well. As far as I'm aware, I haven't had any follower bots spotting my channel. I believe all my followers were legitimate, apart from one or two who only wanted to sell me graphic art, but most of them are genuinely interested viewers, which is nice. Okay, Revo has family right over where you are. That makes sense. And he came, but he didn't come with Bucky. Okay. Well, that's good that you get to meet a viewer. I've certainly never met any of my viewers. As I say, most of them are American, and I don't have any contact with them. Ophelia says you hijack chats to prevent streamers from playing games. Especially those who do the same in my chats and then call me Slowphilia. Well, I may have invented the name Slowphilia, and I do apologise for any offence taken from that name. I was only teasing. Kaijo says this game is very cute, only here for about 10 minutes. Okay. I'm not sure if you've gone already, or when did you send that message? Hopefully you caught my explanation of it. T-Bago, there you are. Hello. You were building a bed and your fingers hurt. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Although, I guess on the plus side you have a bed now, which is it's always nice to have a bed, to have somewhere to sleep. Yeah, sorry you missed the start of the stream. Obviously you're under no obligation to be here. I have very well behaved chat, which is not in need of moderation. And you may have missed my explanation. I'm not playing Void Stranger tonight because I'm a bit tired, and I'm not really in the thinking brain mood. But that doesn't mean we're not going to do it again. I will definitely come back to it in a future stream. Possibly do a whole stream of Void Stranger next week to make up for it instead of Dorf. But yes, today we are chilling with some Dorf. Few says, do you want to buy some crypto coins from you? No thanks, Few. I never really got into crypto trading, and I think the time to do so was sort of like 2014 when Bitcoin first came out and they were like $3 each or whatever it was. I certainly have no interest in doing it now. Matchakacha says, are the people in those houses? Well, you never see people in this game. It's implied that somebody's driving the trains and the boats. And if you switch the theme over to one of the which one is it? This one? No, this one. Yeah, if you switch the theme over to the enchanted theme, all the houses have lights on, which implies that there are people in there. I tend to keep the theme on the normal theme or the blossom theme because it's a bit easier to see for chat. You can clearly see the different terrain types. Few met some viewers. Yes, so Few is a Scrabble player and has competed in Scrabble tournaments. Where he has obviously met other Scrabble players who compete in Scrabble tournaments, some of whom watch my streams. So yes, Few has met a lot of my viewers, I think. Kaijo55555 says, hey, I'm Canadian. Hello, Canadian, I'm Emma. We have a surprising number of Canadians in these streams. Heron to Birds is Canadian and knows quite a lot of Canadians. I think that's part of the reason. Ophelia says, I would really like to meet one of my favourite viewers. Her name is Emma. I am sure you would like her. She is very lovely. Well, I don't know, Ophelia. Maybe one day we could meet. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose my location on stream, but you know that I'm in the UK, and I know that you're in Germany, and I'm not going to say any more precise than that. So we're not that far apart in the scale of things, not compared to these Americans. And that would be nice. International travel is a little bit difficult for me due to being transgender, which means that my passport doesn't really line up with who I actually am. Obviously, some countries I just straight up could not go to because it would be illegal for me to exist there, but Germany is not one of those countries, so that's okay. These last few years I haven't gone anywhere because of COVID fears, but I think that we can probably say that's over now. Tibago says it's cool. Some days you just need to chill and no-brain it. I absolutely agree, although I do worry that that seems to be quite a lot of days for me. Right, sorry, yes. A channel point redeem happened and I completely ignored it. Sorry, yes, I'm not used to this much chatter feeling. I need to sort of skip to the redeems. I will be back in just a moment with a blah. Here is a Blaha. He is very cuddly. Actually, Machakachi, you were asking about emotes earlier. I'll let you in on a secret. One of the new emotes I've commissioned is going to be a Blaha emote, which you'll all be able to spam in chat when somebody requests it. But yes, I do worry, Teabago. These days, I seem to have more no-brain days than I have brain days. And it would be nice to use my brain occasionally, especially on the Scrabble streams. Few says, did not ever meet or play phonies with Kaijo 5s. Well, maybe in future you will. Are there no alerts, says Matchcatcher. I heard the alert. Did it not sound for anyone else? In which case, sorry, stream broke. I don't know what the problem is. Okay. I heard a noise there, and I saw on stream Ophelia redeem Blaha, so I think it is working. Matchcatcher, I don't know if there's a problem at your end. Ophelia says, I know a few people in the UK who I would like to meet. So maybe we can find some neutral area there. I would like to go there. Also still need to go to Stratford-upon-Avon someday. Yes, Stratford-upon-Avon seems to be the place that all tourists go. It's like, especially American tourists, I think. It's like, the first place you go is London, and then if you've been there, the second place you go is Stratford-upon-Avon. And it is a nice place, and it has Shakespeare's birthplace, but it doesn't have much else. I mean, it has very quaint buildings, but then lots of places have quaint buildings, and maybe a little less tourism. But I agree, it is a nice place to go to. I would say that the area around where I live is very beautiful, having spent much of my days botanising it and wandering around, but you have to know where you're going. It's not really geared up for tourists at all, so maybe best saved for the locals, I don't know. LT Bago says, I made a detour and met some friends I played Final Fantasy XI with when I went to America. It was a fun time. I'm glad to hear it, T-Bago. I did go to America once when I was very young, but I probably won't go again. It wasn't by choice, it was a family holiday and I couldn't really not go on. But yes, I have met people from the internet on a total of 2 occasions. They weren't from streaming, obviously, because I have only just started streaming. It was from... oh, God, I feel old now. It was 16 years ago. Some people I knew from my work on Wikipedia at the time. Back then, meeting people online was still a slightly weird thing to do, rather than being like the normal method of getting to know people as it is these days. Dating apps hadn't been invented yet. What if there was a channel point redeemed to give Blaha a hat? That's an interesting suggestion, Magicatcher. I would have to go and buy a hat for Blaha. I'm not sure what hat size he is. Also, but how do sharks wear hats? Would it be on top here, or would it be on here? I think it would just fall off while I'm trying to hold it. One thing I have thought, Magicatcher, is I should get more plushies, and then people would be able to choose which plushie they wanted to see, and it would not be limited to just Blaha. I thought that might be a nice idea. Brain use, says Ophelia. Yes, imagine such a thing, Ophelia, but if you've seen... I don't know how much of my streams you've seen, I see, because I don't know if you've been in my Scrabble streams, but playing Scrabble definitely requires brain use. Playing in Polybridge has a mild amount of brain use, and even playing Dorf, if you want to play it well and get all perfects, you do have to think a little bit about what you do. Anyway, how long is it since I've played a tile now? Is it, what, 20 minutes? This is turning into an Ophelia stream. Tibago says your brain is very full of plants. That's true. What happens with my brain is it works on a seasonal cycle. So in the winter I lose all the plant knowledge because it's dark and cold outside and all the plants have gone for the year. And then in the spring I have to desperately try and remember how to identify plants again. And all the plant knowledge comes back in and all the other knowledge gets forced out. So currently I don't have as much plant knowledge in my brain as I should do. And I guess in the spring I'll forget how to stream. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try and stream all year round. My original thought was it could be a winter thing. It could be something for me to do in the evenings when I'm not botanising, because if I wanted to stream in the summer I'd have to start the stream extremely late, because at 8 o'clock I would still be out, it would be light still in midsummer, and I would still be outside looking at plants, so I wouldn't be inside streaming. But maybe I can just stream on a couple of days in the summer and keep it going, because one thing I have noticed with streamers is if you take an extended break you lose all your viewers and you have to sort of start again. And I don't want to lose all my viewers and have to start again, so I'd like to keep at least some continuity going, maybe just have a weekly Scrabble stream or something, so that people remember I'm here and keep coming to see me. Yes, Ophelia could hear the alert. Okay, that's good. Probably matches internet. Tibago saw it. Yes, okay, I think the alerts are working. Few didn't go to London, he went to Edinburgh. Yes, Edinburgh is a very old, big city with a lot of history. And it's nice to go to Scotland, I think, because Scotland does have a different feel to England, and a lot of people tend to treat the UK as all being all one thing, and it's not. Different parts of it are very different. Ophelia is a Shakespeare nerd. Well, I never would have guessed that from your name, Ophelia. You're not a fan of places with lots of tourists, you wouldn't be there once. Yes, you will. What you will find in Stratford is there are a lot of tourists. But yes, fair, I completely understand that you want to go there, especially if you're a Shakespeare nerd. Interesting for a non-native English speaker to be a Shakespeare nerd. I imagine reading Shakespeare must be quite challenging, because it was tricky enough as a native English speaker to understand English from 400 years ago. Never mind getting to grips with it. Hello, Izzy! Welcome in. The first one explicitly meaning dorf. Alright, I might have missed over something there. Welcome in anyway, and yes, sorry, I'm massively behind with chat. This is now officially an Ophelia stream where we talk to chat and chill. You prefer... Yes, I prefer quiet areas as well, Ophelia. I try to seek out areas where... to be honest, in some cases on my botanising excursions, places where nobody has ever been, because why would anyone go there? Because it's just a field in the middle of nowhere. Had Ophelia showing off my emote there. Plant streams. Yes, I think I mentioned this before, but possibly Ophelia wasn't here. I do want to do IRL botany streams. I like the idea of having a stream where I go to a nature reserve and I show people the plants and I explain how to identify them. The problem I have with that is mobile internet is useless in this area. It's a very rural area. Also, nature reserves tend to be in remote areas without good phone signal. Some places I still don't have any phone signal at all when I'm in a nature reserve. much less enough to stream from. So I just don't think it's technologically possible yet for me to do a live stream without taking a lot of extra equipment with me. But you know, one day, if 5G ever comes to Somerset, then it's definitely a possibility. It's something I would like to do. And there is a channel point redeem for me to do some botany on this stream. Obviously, this being night time in the winter, the botany I do on this stream will just be showing you paperwork and talking about flowers rather than actually looking at live ones. But that is a thing that people can redeem if they like. Just excuse me a moment, I will be back very shortly. Sorry about this. And we are back. Sorry about that. I did an online grocery shopping order, and they don't usually come at this time of night while I'm streaming, but today that was the only slot available, so I had to go and get that. As if I needed to get even further behind with chat. Now, where were we? Yes, I was talking about plant streams, and I would like to continue evolving the content on the stream in future, but we'll see what direction we can take it in. T-Bago says, parts of Scotland and Wales are very beautiful, places like the lakes too, a bit sad that the tourists default to London. Yeah, I think as a general rule, the further you get from London, the more scenic the country is. So the extremities of Scotland, especially the islands, a lot of Wales, and even parts of the southwest are quite beautiful. I think maybe people forget sometimes because we are in southern England, and I think sometimes it gets turned into a north versus south thing. But down in the southwest, especially down in the tip of Cornwall, we hate London just as much as the northerners do. And it's a southeast versus the rest of the country. You know, we get overlooked for infrastructure improvements as well. We get the cost of living thing. You know, that's all concentrated around London. It's not necessarily a south thing. It's not quite so bad here because we have Bristol, but yeah, I think the Cornish and the Welsh have a lot in common in that regard. Izzy says Slowphilia has infiltrated. Yes! This is entirely Ophelia's fault. It isn't. No. It's Friday is always my chill talking stream anyway. This is the thing. This is why it's the Dorf Day. On a Saturday I can't do this because The Scrabble games are timed. This is the thing, there's no time limit on Dorf. Scrabble games, I have to be focusing on the Scrabble because otherwise I run out of time and then it's a bit pointless. It's not really fair on my opponent if I do nothing for 15 minutes and then lose on time. So I have to focus on the Scrabble when the Scrabble is happening. And Sunday just tends to be quite quiet, not many people come to the Sunday stream. Ophelia, showing off. Ophelia now has a snail emote, so it's. I'm going to assume that you didn't mind me calling you Ophelia because you've gone and made yourself an emote about it. I'm sorry, Ophelia. I do apologise. You love the Shakespeare in English, but yes, you also like the German of that time. Yes, I mean that is certainly something I know very little about. Sort of early modern German, I guess you would call it. That's not something I've studied at all, but I suspect it gets covered a bit more in German schools than it does in English ones. You got to know Shakespeare through the German translations, and only later, when your English got better, stopped reading translations. But not to be able to understand it with only my school knowledge of language. Yes, I mean even in the UK that's true. So we study Shakespeare in English lessons in the UK. So everybody knows at least a little bit about it, like whatever they remember from school. But even there, we're not expected to understand the original words of Shakespeare. We have to have translations in modern English for some of it. Not least because some of the words in Shakespeare are just words that Shakespeare just straight up invented himself and then nobody else ever used. But yes, I'd say the average... not particularly well educated English person, their memory of Shakespeare is that stuff we had to learn at school, and they wouldn't be able to tell you much about it, but they'd know the names of the plays and that sort of thing. You don't really know Shakespeare unless you read it in the original Klingon, says T-Bagger. I don't doubt that it's been translated to Klingon. I think Star Trek nerds have... You've got the Bible in Klingon. I think there's even a Wikipedia in Klingon somewhere. Ophelia is working on her Klingon knowledge. You've started the Duolingo course, but might need some time. There we go. Tibago and Ophelia have something in common here. Their love of the Klingon language. Klingon is a silly language. Like, there's a word for the bridge of the ship, but not for a bridge that goes over water. I mean, I don't know anything about Star Trek, really, but did Klingons have rivers in their world? Maybe they only have spaceships and no rivers. Or maybe they borrow the term bridge for the ship and use it for the bridge over the water, like the reverse of what we've done. We just invented the term bridge for meaning something over water and then borrowed it for ships. Ophelia says, I read and watch Shakespeare to cheer myself up. I love it. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Ophelia. Yes, I did actually go to a Shakespeare production at the Globe Theatre in London, which, for those of you who haven't been, it's not the original Globe Theatre that Shakespeare's plays were originally performed in, because that burnt down centuries ago. It's a reconstruction of the original one based on drawings from the time. It's supposed to be more or less accurate. So there's no seats, it's all standing, and there's straw on the floor and that sort of thing. But yes, I was never a huge Shakespeare fan, but I understand why people appreciate it. As a Scrabble player, the idea that somebody managed to invent several hundred new words many of which are still actively in use today. It seems quite incredible to imagine any one person doing that these days. So the fact that one person had such an effect on the language is quite impressive. Your favourite film adaptation is also your favourite movie of all time. The only Hamlet version which is not shortened. Okay, yes, so a lot of them, they have to compress a bit of the story of Hamlet in order to fit it into your typical 2 to 2.5 hour runtime of a movie. But yes, 4 hours long, you love every single second. Also spent your 18th birthday in the theatre watching Hamlet. So is that where Ophelia in your name comes from then, I assume? Obviously, I did find out recently where the 6277 comes from, which is not Shakespeare related. But yes, that makes sense, that's where the Ophelia part comes from. I mentioned to Ophelia the other day there is actually an asteroid named Ophelia, although I suspect the asteroid was named after the Shakespeare character. There is a song which some people believe is the reason, but no, yeah, okay, that makes sense. T-Bagger says there is quite a compelling argument that Shakespeare should be read in a Yorkshire accent. So, is the argument that Shakespeare had Yorkshire ancestry? Or is it that people in Shakespeare's time spoke with a different vowel sounds than we speak with these days, and therefore Yorkshire more closely approximates that? I'm not sure I've heard that argument made before, but I'm not sure what the reasoning was. But also bear in mind that Shakespeare didn't actually perform his own plays, the actors performed them, so it would depend what accent the actors were speaking with, which wouldn't depend just on where Shakespeare was from. Oh well. I've actually managed to catch up with chat, Ophelia. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine somebody catching up with chat in only half an hour? Clearly I don't have enough viewers. Well, let's do some Dorf then, shall we? I just sort of every time I come back to a Dorf map, I have to mentally get back into the idea of where everything is on the map and what I'm waiting for to fill in what bits. And I just got all that back, and now it's completely gone again. And I have no idea what's going where, to be honest. My first thought was this piece would fit perfectly here, but of course it doesn't. It's completely the wrong way round. I don't really want to do that. Something like that would be okay though. This actually goes here rather than this. I'll take that. Something to do with the way language flows that really sort of suits the Yorkshire accent. Yes, no, I can see that, T-Bago. I do think that sort of accent, you're right, it sort of flows quite nicely. It's not a harsh accent, it's the sort of accent that's good for speaking words poetically, I guess. I don't know what the term for it is. I want to put this piece. Oh, there's water coming this way. And there's houses here, so yeah. We can arrange for the two things to meet each other somehow. Maybe like that. might actually put this here. I'm still trying to close off this field so I can collect this flag, and so that my future field quests will be smaller. So I might just forcibly close off this field by putting tiles down like that. I think I've got enough tiles to spare. Tibago is talking what I can only assume to be Klingon towards Ophelia. It's certainly not German, I can tell that much. Ah yes, get back to that Klingon Duolingo. I don't know if this is a familiar feeling to you, Ophelia. You're sort of going around the map looking for somewhere to place a tile, and then you suddenly realise you've been around the map 3 times and you still haven't found anywhere. Could just put it here. And you might have not even paid attention to the map while moving around. Well, exactly, yes. This is the problem. Let's work towards this quest. Well, we'll do a little bit. I really haven't played much Dorf. I haven't even scored 5,000 points, Ophelia, which I'm sure you'll agree is the bare minimum for a Dorf stream. So we'll score at least 5,000 points, and then if you're still here and would like to play some Ticket to Ride, we can do that if you would like. I'm not sure how long. Okay, you are still here. I'm not sure how long it is before Ophelia needs to go. Okay, well, once you've finished making and eating your food for you, let me know and we can play some Ticket to Ride. I'm not calling you out, I'm just saying, if I don't even manage 5,000 points, then that's obviously a pretty terrible performance. Tibago is suggesting 50,000. 50,000 points in one stream is doable, but probably not if you're trying to get 100% perfect. In fact, it's definitely doable because I've done a speed run of 25,000 before, and that took me just under 40 minutes, so it is doable. But yes, 50,000 is quite a lot when you have to think about the placement of each tile. I don't think I would ever do that many, even if I wasn't being distracted by chat. I'm convinced it's contagious, Ophelia. I absolutely am. But yeah, if you let me know, Few, when you're convenient for you to play, we'll swap over to Ticket to Ride. And that satisfies the redeem that Few did last stream, and possibly means that Ophelia can see a bit of it if it's not too late. I realise it's getting late in. It doesn't help that Germany is an hour ahead. No, I'm not waiting for you to leave, Ophelia. I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm hoping that you don't leave before we start so that you can see Ticket to Ride. I think you'll find that's the exact opposite of waiting, of waiting for you to leave. I'm just concerned, as I always am, um, that you're not awake too late. And if you are awake too late, that it's at least not my fault. No, I don't. I don't want you to abort the feud. I don't want you to abort the feud, Foo. Just do everything that you were doing, and then when it's convenient for you to play Ticket to Ride, we'll play Ticket to Ride. Ophelia is trying to keep up with other streams and unwind a bit. Yes. I found quite a lot of my viewers do that. They tend to lurk in multiple streams. Dustin claimed at one point he was watching 3 Twitch streams and a YouTube video all simultaneously. And I can't think that he was paying much attention to any of them in that case. I'm just going to stick this here because I can't find a good place for it. Me neither, T-Bagger. I didn't ask if he muted 2 of the streams and just listened to one of them. He claimed that he listened to all 3. I just hope they didn't have music playing, because that would be a horrible cacophony if they did. Few watch the same stream on 3 devices in the same room as the event. Really trying to pump up those viewer numbers, Few, aren't you? It is not healthy, and I'm mostly here at this point just trying to support your friends. I mean, it's not too late. It's only 10:30 over in Germany. If you're sort of getting ready for bed and just watching Twitch while you do it, and that's fine. I don't think anybody would judge you for that. I don't want. I would feel guilty if I think, I've made people stay up late by making my stream run late. I don't want to feel that way. Let's close off. I need to close off this forest soon because I've got these 3 flags to collect, but I need to finish this quest. So I'll try and finish the quest over here and then close it off at here. What if Dustin Dude wants to play in 2 days? Well, we can have another Ticket to Ride stream then, View. There's no rule that we only have to have one. I try and cycle through different games over the course of a week, just because I know that not everybody likes everything. And I don't want people to feel left out because I'm only doing one game that it's not that person's favourite. So I try to, of the things that I enjoy playing, I try to cycle through all of them, or at least as many as I can fit into a stream. You bought the game. Yes, so if you redeemed the Choose Game redemption, which anyone is welcome to redeem at any time if there is a game they would like me to play. Although, of course, if lots of people redeem it, you might have to wait a few days until I can accommodate you in the schedule. But yes. That doesn't mean we can only play it once, or that only one person can have a redeemed game at a time or anything like that. I'll just, depending on what people redeem, I'll try and plan everything in as best I can. I'm just going to stick this here because I can't find a good place for it. I hope I don't start running out of tiles because I can't find good places for them. This looks like it should fit here, but it doesn't. What is this? That one fits there. It might be a better place. The problem with playing in perfect placement mode, when I play this normally, I just sort of look for a decent spot for a tile, and then the first spot I see that sort of works, I place it there. But now I worry that I might have missed a better spot. Like if there's just one spot that's the only place a tile will... if it's the only tile that will fit in the spot and I miss that placement, then that's a bit of a problem. I worry that I'm going to miss something and then it's never going to come round again, and I won't be able to get a perfect placement. Oh yeah, this edge is still open. I just noticed that. I might be able to make some trees this way and then get the water around that way. Bear that in mind. This looks nice, except I want to end this railway first before I fill this in. Let's go there. Hello, the army. Welcome to Dorf and Chill. Thank you for joining me on this Friday evening. How are you today, Liari? Send a penguin in response because I am subscribed to Liari. Number one source of penguin emotes, that's for sure. Actually, yeah, is he the penguin if you're still here? If you ever want more penguin emotes, consider subscribing to the a bit worried if I put this here I'll never finish these fields, but I think I'll give it a go anyway. Tibago does not have any penguin emotes, however he can offer us a nice frog, which is very nice as well. Look at this, I'm so close to closing this off. But the house is on the wrong side. It doesn't fit. Yes, Nora Bunny. Tibago has many emotes to show off, including frogs and bunnies. I would show off some of mine, but it's a bit hard to do while playing. I thought I should get at least some Dorf gameplay done today. I'm just going to put this here, I think. This is the dilemma of, do I keep extending this big field forever or do I close it off to get the flags? And put this on this quest. I think I'll probably put it on this one. like to end this railway first before I fill that in. Let's come over here and then we can build down to it maybe. Yeah, that could work. Be careful though. Got all these other things on the edge. I was planning to close that off, but I've just realised this is probably going to have to go for longer. I could just put it here. Or here. This makes this tile difficult to close. So I think I'll just put it here maybe. Or here. I'll put it here. See if we can get this quest finished. Tibago, thank you for redeeming stretch and drink water at the same time. I'll definitely do both those things for you. Woof. Hello, Few. Hydration, very important. For stretching, very important. Stretch. Stretch. That's better. I think next time I get a train station I'm going to put that here rather than put this railway here and then have the problem of filling in that piece, and then the problem just pushes the problem further down the line. So I think I will just have this to one of the other railways for now. And you get to complete the quest, which is nice. Yeah, this is the only place that's been put in. Okay, I can't put this here, it will just fail. Means it has to go over here. I'm getting a lot of water, a lot of fields with railways on them. Not water with railways on them. I suppose that's okay. And the game keeps giving me these, which I don't want. This piece doesn't fit anywhere. Put it there. Stick that one in. There might be somewhere else where I just need one field actually. Let me check for that. I don't want to close this off yet. Here is all right. Okay, that's the second time we've had this piece, but backwards. Hopefully we get the right way around of it eventually. Pesky right tile, wrong way round. Exactly, T-Vago. I keep getting this. It's almost like the game knows what tile I want and is intentionally sending me tiles that aren't quite that tile in order to annoy me. Okay, we finally get to complete this quest. Where's best to put this? Probably there. We also get to complete this quest, which is good. I was starting to run out of tiles a bit there. It's good to get some back. Hello, Abby! Thank you for your 3-month resubscription. That is very much appreciated, and welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy a little bit of Friday Night Dorf. I hope you are well, Abby. I know Scrabble is more your sort of thing. But I find this a good way to wind down on a Friday after a busy week. still not really the door we want there. We want a straight piece that fits. Teabago has cider. Very nice, Teabago. Enjoy your drink. I've never really been a big fan of alcohol myself. But if I had to choose an alcoholic drink, I would probably say cider. And not just because I'm from Somerset. Hello, Blue. Welcome back. And yes, I recognise you as one of Ophelia's chatters. Just let me show off my Ophelia emotes. Ophelia emotes. Ophelia emotes. Let me show off my Ophelia emotes to you. Feel free to distract me with chat as much as you do, Ophelia, if you would like to. That is very much welcome here. And wow, Ophelia! Gifting a subscription to Pleblu. I suppose it's appropriate, yes. Everybody, it is Pleblu's birthday today. And that means you get subscriptions, apparently. Welcome to my channel, Pleblu, and enjoy your Emma emotes. We have a wide selection of flowers available for you to use. And I'm sure you'll agree that my Emma emotes are also quite nice. I just realised we have exactly the same number of each. I didn't even plan it that way. And thanks very much again, Ophelia. Your generosity knows no bounds. I think I'm going to put this here. Fits nicely. Right, I promised I would use this station somewhere. Where was it? Oh, yes, here. Because I don't really want to try and get a railway through all of this, so I want to end it there. Then hopefully I just need to find this piece to join it up. This looks okay here, except if I put this here, I'm waiting for exactly the same piece there as I'm waiting for there, so that would be silly. Let's not do that. Let's instead put it over here. There's not even any good places over here. Pleb and Ophelia are appreciating each other, which is nice. Appreciate your personal shrimp manager and provider of great puns. Yes, for those of you who haven't been to Ophelia's stream. I think Pleblu just has a pun website open at all times and then every so often just drops one in chat. Unlike me, who comes up with puns related to Ophelia's name. Like Aphelian motes, Apheli-motes, and Bluephilia, and Slowphilia, and Affiliate. Well, we have to keep your chat interesting, Ophelia. Otherwise, there's a risk you might actually play some dwarf. We can't have that. I'm very sneaky. I'm going to put this here and this here. Look at that. I hope we get a train quest on here at some point, so we can watch a train attempt to drive around all these tracks. So far, we did unlock a quest on this railway, but it didn't have a train on it. So, not all train quests have trains for some reason. This is almost the right tile. If you just swap the trees and the fields around, this is exactly the tile I want. Play Dorf during a Dorf stream. Well, exactly, Ophelia. If it makes you feel better, I will be switching over to Ticket to Ride at some point. And then I won't be playing Dorf during a Dorf stream. I don't want to do this because it continues this field I'm trying to close off. All the best placements have something wrong with them, which is why I can't use them. Since there's no quests on this city, I actually kind of want to close it off now, so that future quests are smaller. Which means starting a new one somewhere. I suppose it could be here. Yeah, let's start a new one down here. That could work. I do want to close this off, but not like that. Not like that. That would not be right. It would be wrong. Close it off here instead. That's slightly less bad, maybe. Oh, we'll go here. It can't be that bad. I'm quite pleased with how compact I've managed to make all these silly rail pieces. Often these are the cause of spider arms everywhere in a run, while you can't keep your railways under control. Hello, the Dev Panda. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for following. My name is Emma, and today we are playing Dorf Romantic. I also stream on Saturdays and Sundays, starting around the same time, where we play other games. These include Scrabble and Polybridge at the moment, but I also take viewer requests for what games to play. Which currently the viewer request we're playing is Ticket to Ride, which is the video game version of the board game. This is one of your favourite games, Dev Panda. I'm glad to hear. I like it too, which is why I made it a regular stream feature of mine. I find it a great game to chill out to, so I use it as my Friday night stream while I need to unwind from work. It has relaxing music, nice graphics, and you can just sort of chill while you play it. And if you are a fan of this game, then I know I've already shouted her out once, but oh, I can't do another shout out. Don't worry. Yes, Ophelia6277, the person in chat right above you, is also a Dorf Romantic streamer and just an all-around amazing person. And they stream a bit earlier than me, so I don't know how the hours work out for you, Dev Panda, but if you're around earlier in the day, I would definitely follow Ophelia. She has very chill streams and lots of Dorf. This map that I'm playing right now, Dev Panda, I am trying to get 100% perfect placement. So every tile I place has to be perfect. And I'm doing pretty well. I've got to 46,000 points, and every single placement so far has been perfect. And I haven't run out of tiles yet, although I am down about 20 from the start of the game. From the start of the stream, rather. As you can see, my high score is 700,000. So I have managed to make a game that continues basically forever. And yeah, at that point in the game, it's more about how laggy your machine is while playing it. and how long you can be bothered to keep placing tiles. I know there are people who've gone into the millions with their points on this game. This would be a good tile for closing things off. So let's do that. So it should just be, yeah, just this corner here to close off now, and I get to collect 3 flags, which will be nice. This fits nicely here, but I don't want to constrain that railway to having to have a tree on it, which is a shame, because otherwise that would be an amazing placement. I mean, the quest would fail, but I think I'll probably put it down here with all the other trees and water. Yeah, every time I get one tree, I'm going to use it to close this off. Just because I am starting to run low on tiles, and it'd be nice to have more. Oh, but there's here, of course. Yeah, that doesn't work for the same reason. I I need a tile with just 3 forests and then nothing on the other side. So that's quite a common tile, so it will come round soon. And then this forest finally will be closed and I can get myself 15 more tiles. Which will be very appreciated. I think this would fit somewhere. I'm going to put this here and I'm going to join it up later. It's annoying how close this piece is to being very useful in several places, but it doesn't actually fit in any of them. I think this is okay. It is making me make a house and field here, but I think that's alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to place that field first before I complete this gap. Yeah, actually, on second thoughts, I don't like that idea. I need to close off this water as well. I keep forgetting about that. Let me see if I can do that now, actually. Excuse me. Let's complete this quest. Okay, yes, that is a water. Yeah, I want to send the water to the water quest, because obviously that makes it easy to complete. Just going to build round this in order to finish it. Maybe not with those tiles though. Yeah, they might be better used over here. Okay, yes, complete the empty tile is a good one to surround the quest with. Then we just need something that fits there. been sneaky with this quest. It wants 11 more water, but what it doesn't know is if I just hook up these 2 tiles here, I connect it to all this other water, and then I should be able to complete it more or less immediately. The only thing I have to be careful of is I need to finish this one first before I do that, otherwise that one will fail. Sneaky completion of quests. It doesn't exactly either. It will be so surprised when it finds out. Something about shrimp. I'm not sure. We've got this line of field tiles here. I'm not sure how this has happened. Let's put that one there. Right, this tile works in that position. I needed a tile to close off this water. Complete that quest. It knows, and that's why you're not getting those tiles. The game is secretly evil. Well, I can believe that. Yes, Ophelia is a very very professional streamer. She has her mod team, and she has her shrimp manager. As you know, every streamer has to have a shrimp manager. I swear it knows. This has got to be the 5th or 6th time that it's given me this tile. But it's given me the backwards version of it. This tile looks like it should fit in that hole. But it doesn't. The 2 field and the 1 field need to be swapped round, and then it will fit. But I don't just need that type of field here. I also need it over here. And I also need it over here. So, what is the game doing? And I don't want to put it here because of that house. So yeah, the game knows, and it sends me the wrong version of the tile. And I need it here as well. And I need it here. I keep getting the wrong version. Even without camera. It is as if Pleblu could feel you shrimping. Maybe your voice changes when you do it. So apparently your chat messages do too. I couldn't possibly comment. Yeah, this orientation of this tile just doesn't fit anywhere, whereas the mirror version of it would fit in many places. It is so frustrating. I know where I'm collecting these tiles at least. No way good for this one. Just stick it on the edge of the first. Do not know where to put this one. Maybe there is okay. In that place, you know, the one where it goes. Well, exactly, T-Bago, but where is that? We've got a lot of field quests. And the thing that's stopping me from completing them is needing to link these two fields up, which is needing that one piece that we never get. But this piece is good. This is the piece we were waiting for to finish the forest quests. Here they are. This is the piece we were waiting for to put here. There we go. Now we get 15 more tiles, which is good because we were starting to run a bit low. Hello, Few. Have you finished eating? Would you like to play Ticket to Ride? Okay, yes, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours, of which at least some of that was spent on Dorf gameplay. We managed to get around another 7,000 points and also lose about 20 tiles. I'm not sure if that was a good trade-off, but yeah, let's leave the Dorf there and let's switch games. So many people will not be familiar with Ticket to Ride, or might have played the board game but not seen the fairly faithful adaptation of it. And I don't know if I think Ophelia is still here. I can show Ophelia the in-game Ophelia character. Right, Ticket to Ride. I think my camera was okay here, we decided last time. I think the sound is at the right level. But as always, if sound is at the wrong level, do let me know. Few, I assume you're ready, and obviously if anyone else in chat does have this game and wants to join, then feel free. It is available on Steam. Unfortunately, the devs have kind of messed around. I'm not sure if it's the devs or the people who own the rights to the game, but there used to be a version of Ticket to Ride on Steam which supported multiplayer, but which was quite old, which they've now got rid of. So you can't buy it on Steam anymore, and the multiplayer doesn't work anymore. So if you bought that version of the game, then you can't use it. You've got to buy the new version of the game. But yeah, it's a bit annoying. But here is the new version. I shall invite Few. But I shall also I'm going to keep pressing the button until I get to Ophelia. There we go. She's even blue. Few, I don't know if you're joining. There we go, there's Few. Few always plays black, and we tend to have 2 AIs just to keep things a bit more interesting. Last time we had one on hard and one on normal, which I think provided a bit more challenge, because if the easy players are completely useless, the hard players are better at the game. Hard almost won, yes. Do you want one hard, one normal Few, or do you want 2 normals? I like the challenge of us maybe not winning, maybe getting beaten by an AI. Yeah, okay, so we'll have one on hard, one on normal. And we'll have 4 players. I only have the North America map. There is a Europe map, but you have to buy it separately or buy the deluxe edition of the game to get all the maps. So that's what we're going to have now. And I will briefly explain the game for anybody who's not seen it before. This is a map of America with some cities marked on it and some different coloured train routes drawn on it. Tobacco claims horse armour, okay. The real America does not have this many still open train lines, I don't think, but this is what the game has. Every player has a hand of different coloured cards and can draw more cards from this deck. And in order to complete lines, you need that many cards of that colour. So to complete this line, for example, I would need 6 pink cards. The grey card can be completed with any colour cards. So I could just put 2 blues here or 2 greens or whatever. And my favourite card, the rainbow card, that stands for any colour. At the start of the game, you are given 3 cards, which have routes on that you must complete. You can choose to put one of those cards back if you think completing all 3 routes would be too difficult. In this case, I've been asked to do Vancouver to Santa Fe, which is these 2 red markers, Denver to Pittsburgh, which are these 2 blue ones, and Chicago to Santa Fe, which are the 2 green ones. And that actually fits quite nicely. I can make one line that takes in all of these, so I'm going to keep all of them, which is like that. The other players will do the same thing. And then it's on to drawing cards. So every turn you can either play cards to make a route, or you can draw cards from the deck. You can draw up to 2 each turn. I'm going to have 2 orange ones. I need to fill in some grey lines here, and it doesn't matter what colour cards, I just need 2 cards the same. Some other details about the game. These lines that have 2 tracks, if you like, 2 people can use those, 1 on each side, but they have to use the appropriate colours. I'm going to use my 2 trains to go here for obvious reasons. And the way the scoring works is you get points for each line you build, with longer lines getting more points. And you then also get bonus points as shown on these cards for completing your routes. And if you don't complete a route by the end of the game, then you lose those points. I need to think what colour lines I'm actually going to be completing here. I'm going to need to complete a blue one, so let's take 2 blues. The winner is just the person with the most points, which includes, there's a 10-point bonus as well for building the longest continuous line. So there's that plus the tracks plus the routes. I have several options for getting between these 2, which is good, because if someone blocks one, then they can go somewhere else. But I need blues either way, I need pinks either way. I might go like that, in which case I need either a green or a white. Instead of picking one of these, you can choose to pick one from the deck. I'm just going to take 2 from the deck. And then on future turns I'll take whatever from here matches the ones that I've already got. So I'll have a green and a blue. Blues here. Generally in this game you can afford to wait a little while before using the double routes, because if somebody uses one side you've still got the other side, but you want to claim the single routes fairly early on. Otherwise somebody else might collect them and then you can't have them. So I'm going to try and go like this. This is my plan. Whether I stick to that plan we'll have to see. Depends what other people do. I'll go ahead and put my 2 greens in here. I need oranges. So let's have orange. I need pinks. I need to keep an eye on where Ophelia is going. I'm more worried about Ophelia than I am about Valeria, because Ophelia is the hard player. So tends to actually play things that make sense sometimes. Ah, yes. Very nice. Now then, are they going to try and take this green route? That would be annoying if they do. It's not the end of the world because I can go around a different way. Unrealistic Ophelia actually playing trains. Okay, well somebody's decided to go there, which is annoying. What I'll probably need to do is come around this way or this way. I could use this 6 yellow. Since nobody seems to want yellows at the moment, let's take some yellows and then we can maybe collect 6 of them and go here. Okay, phew. Ophelia chose to go that way round rather than that way round and blocking me. Yes, this is not much like Dorf Romantic. It has trains in it. That's about where the similarity ends. Right, I'm going to need greens. Let's take some. Few tends to build up cards a bit more than I do before he plays them. You'll notice he has 23 cards at the moment and has only played 2 trains. Let's take 2 random ones, I think. Okay, I'll use my 2 reds here because I don't need reds for any of the coloured lines that I need to use. I can just put them here. That's completed one of my routes and it plays a nice little animation when you do that. Few is going that way, okay. We probably won't run into each other then, which is good news. Okay, I need yellows, greens, and either orange or black. So I'll take a yellow, and I'll take a green. Right, don't quite have enough yet. That's a pink and that's a blue. Okay. I can always use those cards. Once you've completed all 3 routes, if you've still got trains left, which you usually will have, you can take more routes from the deck and then try to complete those. So I will probably do that. So these cards are not wasted just because I won't have a use for them this time. I'm actually going to take a rainbow. I'm going to build up some rainbows in order to complete this yellow route. So, yeah, I'll do it now. So 3 rainbows plus 3 yellows. I'll complete this. Where is Few going then? Either he just needs to get to this station from somewhere else, or he's planning to go this way or this way. Hopefully he's not planning to go down, because it'll get in the way. I might just take a rainbow and then I can play the greens next turn. Hello, Mac X Piper! Raiding with a party of 2, including, not least, Hazel Seeker. With, yeah, Mac always has the best raid messages, I have to say. That is a lot of emotes. Thank you for the mini raid. No, any size raid, Mac, is much appreciated. Thanks, Tibago, for doing the shout out. For those of you interested in Dorf Romantic, which is what we were playing a few minutes ago, in fact, I haven't changed the stream category yet, so thanks for reminding me to do that. We are playing Ticket to Ride. We were playing Dorf recently, I promise. Yes, for those of you interested in Dorf, Mac is another Dorf player and streamer. And yes, feel free to lurk. And yes, I do appreciate your raid message. It's always great to see. Right, we were playing trains. Let's go here. Since Few is playing as well, I don't want to hold him up too long. It's not like Dorf where I can just talk to chat as long as I want and not worry. Nearly got the reward with the higher points. Don't care, you can take forever. Well, I suppose I can do, but I still don't like keeping people waiting. Perfect placements plus 3 quests solved with 1 tile. Wow, yes. Okay, that ought to do it. Yes, Mac is talking about a Dorf achievement. Okay, I have no use for this 1 white. I just need to complete this little gap here to get to Vancouver, which is where my stop is. This map is mostly United States, but there are a couple of Canadian and Mexican places thrown in for good measure. $600 to go. This reward and some more 5,000. Yeah, there's an achievement in Dorf where you have to finish, I think it's 40 games with a score of 5,000 or more, which is actually really hard to get because it's possible to go forever in Classic Mode, and even if you don't, Classic Mode games can take a very long time. So if you play 1 game and score 1,000,000 points, that still only counts as 1 game towards your achievement. So if you actually wanted to like hunt that achievement, you'd have to get 5,000 points, then intentionally end the game by placing all your tiles badly. Then start a new game, get that to 5,000 points, and then intentionally end it. It's not a great way to play the game, so I don't have that achievement yet either, because I don't play it that way. Anyway, Ancient Cosmographer, hello, welcome to the stream. This is usually Dorf Friday with Emma, but today we've switched over to Ticket to Ride, which was a viewer request from Few. A reminder to everyone that I accept viewer requests at any time via channel point redemptions. Yes, there are a lot of train-related games. I mean, I wouldn't call Dorf-O-Matic train-related, even though it does happen to have trains in. But there are a lot of train-related games out there. There are certainly a lot of games where you can build railways or run trains along railways like OpenTTD and that sort of thing that I've played in the past and which I might play again on the stream in future. Ticket to Ride is nice too. Have to play the board game again? Yes. There are a lot of board game adaptations into video games, and I think this one is... It's okay. It's nothing special. But it gives me a way to play it with people across the world that I would not be able to play the board game with, which is nice. Right, what I really need now is either 3 blacks or 3 oranges. I'm going to take this black one, and I'm going to take a random one and hope it's black or orange, which it isn't. Your great-grandfather was a telegraph operator at a train station in Wisconsin. Okay, for you. You have a connection to the railways then. That's interesting. I don't, funnily enough. Although there were a lot of railways around where I live, and it was all because of the coal mining industry. And I do have ancestors who were coal miners, but nobody who worked on the railway specifically. Right, I got my 3rd black one, which is nice. And then I guess I'll take a pink to match that one. So as long as both these routes don't go next turn, I will have finished my 3 routes and then I'll be able to take some more. And if I'm lucky, they will be on or close to the line I've already built. And if I'm unlucky, they'll all be miles away. Whitehall near the cross, okay. Ancient Cosmographer has never been there, but has been nearby to play a Scrabble tournament. That's interesting. I have never been anywhere near any of those places. A few is thinking. It is like 30 minuets, says View. Yes, those places are quite close. Okay, one train. So I'm going to complete this route. And get more animation, and the next turn I'll be able to take some more tickets. I still have 20 trains left. It might be a bit confusing, but the numbers next to everyone, the number on the red background is the number of points they've scored, and the black number on the white background is the number of trains they have left. You can't actually see my numbers because I forgot to move my face cam. To get to ride, I should have my face cam like here, I think, covering up the in-game avatar, so you can see I have 39 points and 20 trains left. So I'm currently second because Few has 50 points. I only have 39. But Few hasn't completed all his routes yet, I would assume, because he hasn't drawn more tickets. So I might have more points of routes than he does. It's hard to be sure. So Chicago to New Orleans, I would just have to go down here. Kansas to Houston, I could do both of these by just going like that or like that. This one, that one's a bit more tricky, but it is a lot of points, and I've only got to do that or that and that. I think I'll try to finish all of these. I can definitely finish all of them with 20 trains. The only issue would be if somebody else used all their trains first, because the game ends as soon as one person has used all their trains. The rest of us don't get a chance to catch up. And Few might be rushing in there and using all his trains, I don't know. So I think we'll go down and then round and then up. So this is easy enough. We can just use 2 of any, 1 of any, 2 yellows. Let's just get down the 1 of any colour. So there will be a split in my line, this red line that I've created here. I will be branching off to come down here. So I probably won't get the 10 points for the longest continuous route, because it looks like Few is planning his route out the black drains in order to be one long continuous route. But that's okay. If I manage to complete more routes and finish more than 10 points ahead on that, then that still counts. So I need 2 of any. Let's just take 2 whites to use here. Matt says, sorry chat, forgot to thanks for the welcome. Don't worry, that's absolutely fine. A bit tired, got a long day. Yes, it is quite late now, especially over in Europe where Mac is. It's coming up to midnight, so I don't feel you have to stay for the whole stream by any means. So let's get that done. Then at least we guarantee we finished the blue line, the blue route. It's only 5 points, but every point counts. Unfortunately, because these blue trains have been put here, I can't just take the direct route. I can either come down here and down here, or here. Depends whether I get 4 oranges or not. Well, I'll take orange. Yeah, so I could come here with red and orange, or here with pink. Yeah, so I don't really have a need for yellow, unless I decide to go here. Yeah, I think I'll just go the grey way, where you can use any colour, because that's easier. So I'll do a 2 and a 2, and then get here somehow. So I'll just keep taking random cards to get the point, the trains I need. Bye Mac. Yes, it's quite late now. Probably bedtime for Mac. Probably bedtime for Ophelia as well, if she's still here. Ophelia in chat is not Ophelia in the game, despite appearances. Oops, that was a long one. Yes, using 5 rainbows. Because of where blue went, I am just quickly going to grab this in case blue player was thinking of going there. I don't want my route to be cut off, since there is already a yellow train occupying the other line there. Few playing a bit. Oh wow, Few is a long way in the lead here. I'm actually last on score, but I think I've done more routes than anyone else. I've got 43. Few has 74. I'm probably not 31 points ahead of him, even though I've done more lines. So I think Few's probably going to win this one. The reason he's got so many points is he's done this line here, which is 6 trains. This is 6 and this is 6. Completing the lines with 6 trains gives you 15 points, whereas completing the 1 train is 1 point, 2 trains is 2 points, 3 trains is 4 points, 4 is 7, 5 is 10, yeah, 6 is 15. So it's not just proportional to how many trains you use, you actually get more points for using the longer lines, and I've been using a lot of short lines. Well, I did do this one. So I think viewers played this quite well. I've just got to hope I can find some more oranges and pinks before Few runs out of trains, which he might be doing soon. Ah, yes. So, yes, Few has run out of trains, which means we only get one more turn each. So I'm not going to be able to do these routes, which is a shame. I wasn't expecting him to bust out 6 trains on this turn immediately after doing another 6 trains. I also wouldn't... Just saying, as a passenger, if I had to get between these 2 stops and the railway company decided the best place to send me was via Winnipeg, I would be unhappy about this route. Yeah, so I can't quite complete these routes, which is unfortunate. I'm only 1 train... Well, no, 2 trains off doing that. So I am probably going to lose. You want me to fix it? Well, yeah, everyone gets 1 more turn, so if you could put trains here. But if he's trying to do a loop, he'd be better off putting the 2 trains here on the the new Las Vegas electrified high-speed railway that isn't there yet. Because that would be part of the continuous line. I mean, it doesn't matter now because none of the computer players have done a line that long. I think View's going to have a pretty good score this time. I'm just going to drop my 3 trains somewhere random. That's a 3 long railway. Because yeah, I think I would have actually scored... I would actually have scored more points if I hadn't taken more routes. It's just I thought we had more time, because you'll notice the rest of us have still got 12, 13, 14 trains left. It's only Few who's used all of them. Very well planned there from Few. Who has the longest route? I think I know the answer to this. So yeah, I've got 25, but Few managed 45, so he gets 10 bonus points. He also gets points for each route he completed, as does Ophelia. Ophelia failed to complete a route. Valeria, what? Okay, Valeria failed to complete all 3 of her routes. That's why we don't tend to have the AI on normal, because they're not very good. And Few wins. Congratulations, 130. Comfortably beating the rest of us. I'm tempted to have 2 hard AIs next time, because the normal AI is just bad. How did they not manage to complete any of their routes in the whole game? Yes, you ended with 0 cards, so you played every single train. In fact, 130 is close to the maximum possible score. It's not the actual maximum possible, because you could draw higher scoring routes than that, but it's close. Well, I think we've probably got time for 1 more game of this Few, if you would like. It's not going to be a best of 3 or anything, because I'm sure you'll just win again. 12. I'm not going to play 12 more. Especially not if Dustin buys it and we end up playing it again anyway. So let's invite Few. This will be the last one because it is 3 hours already, and I don't go much over 3 hours on a Friday. This being my chill out stream in theory. We obviously have to have Ophelia, this is a rule. But we're going to keep clicking out AI until Ophelia comes back. Green Ophelia this time. And I'll put them both on hard. It won't be much of a challenge for Few, but maybe it'll be slightly more of a challenge than the previous game. Dustin wants 12 games. 12 is an odd number of games to have because we want to decide a winner at the end. So we want an odd number that's not divisible by 3 because we could all win 4 games each and then what? The first time Hardbot got like 140 points. Well, we had a game where you only beat the Hardbot by 1 point, But you did still beat it. So far the bots haven't won so far. So oh, by the way, I still have the blower. I just put him down when the stretch was redeemed. Actually, well, I think Ophelia is still here. Assuming Ophelia is still here, she hasn't seen my Ticket to Ride board yet. She might still be here. She's not chatting. I'll start the game, but I will be a moment. I'm just going to fetch the Ticket to Ride board to show off the chat. I'll show this quickly. Yeah, I am such a fan of this game that I made my own custom board. Can't fit myself on it on the screen at the same time. This is based on my local area, which is Somerset, as you may know. And these are all railways that were historically in this area. Most of them have gone now. I think only 2 of the lines on that thing actually still exist. Yeah, so when I play the game with friends and family, we play on the board of the local area rather than the official board, which is quite nice. Put that out for me. I'm sure anyone didn't see that before. 100 yes, it is a very nerdy thing to do, designing your own custom Ticket to Ride board. But yes, this is the sort of thing I do, and it's good that I wanted one with a local connection, obviously, because I'm a fan of my local area, having spent much of my life walking around it botanising. Right, I think I'm going to keep all 3 of these routes. They all line up very nicely, apart from this red one. But maybe I can take a leaf out of Fusebook and try and put some long routes in on top of this bit. So I'll keep all of them. And also, hello Andrew, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. This would usually be Dorf Romantic, but this was a viewer request. So we are playing Ticket to Ride with Few, who is the black player. So let me plan out where I'm going to go. I'm not sure which colour actually shows up best on this board. Maybe, I think the pink was okay. I'm thinking I'll go like this to get to the red one. Or, if I'm feeling brave, I might do this, which would score more points, but be more difficult. I could also go this way, and then that way. Not leave much, and then obviously I'm going to come this way to do those ones. So I definitely want pinks, probably want yellows and blues and whites. Who is Few? Well, this is FJOO. I pronounce that as Few. I could pronounce it FJ00, but that's a bit of a mouthful. So you is Few. I don't know if there is such a thing as a Ticket to Ride Grandmaster, but he is certainly good at the game, as demonstrated by the previous game we played. Okay, unfortunately few took the pink card that I had my eye on, but yellows are good too, so let's have 2 yellows. Let's start taking random. Ooh, got a rainbow one, that was nice. Randoms. Any pointers you are a noob at this game? I'll assume you know the rules. If not, I did explain them briefly earlier in the stream, so you can watch back the VOD. I mean, I'm not very good at it myself, as I demonstrated last game when I lost by a mile, but obviously try and complete all your routes. Try to figure out if your opponent is suddenly going to use up all their trains like few did and leave you with uncompleted routes, because that's bad. So don't do what I did and take 3 tickets when it turns out it's only 3 turns before the end of the game. You get more points for using the long ones. So using one, for example here, if I need to go from Los Angeles to El Paso, going via this route, my drawing thing is not drawing. There we go. Going via this route scores a lot more than going here and then here, even though they both use 6 trains. This would only get you 8, and this would get you 15. And try to plan your route so all your trains are in a straight line, because it gets you 10 points at the end. She's speaking. Yeah, so for example here, I could choose to connect these by going all the way to El Paso and then doubling back again. It would need 6 blacks, but then no one seems to want blacks at the moment. So that's the sort of trade-off I could make. I could choose to take more blacks. Choosing more tickets near the end is difficult to balance properly. Yes, so there's a chance. You can even do what few did last week, which was draw tickets on the last round of the game, even though you don't get to place any more trains, and just hope to draw a route that you'd already completed. Okay. I thought that Vancouver to Seattle was going to be the easiest part of my journey, but that might turn out not to be the case. Let's go here and hope that the green player doesn't go between Vancouver and Seattle, because that would be awkward. Not stream stumping. No, I didn't think you were a few. It's just unfortunate that I thought this was going to be no problem to do this part, and suddenly three out of the 4 of us are all going up here. Only Otis is deciding to build over the other side. So if green player takes the Vancouver to Seattle bit, I'll have to go around the long way. Otherwise I won't, I guess. Okay, they didn't. Good. I will just go there just to make sure, because I do kind of need to do that, otherwise it's a bit silly. You need to play in hotspots early on. Yes, I agree. I just didn't think that was going to be a hotspot. I suppose it depends what routes people get and which ones they decide to play. Yes, it has become one now. There's probably not enough lines for us to all go the way we want to go. Okay. Back to drawing cards, I think. I've now drawn my 5 pinks, so let's get those down. Okay, green player was serving up to go that way. That's okay then. Okay, I need a blue, and I need whites. Okay. There's a possibility that blue goes where I need to go, but so far they haven't. So I need yellow, blue, pink, or white. So I'll take pink. Take the white. I have a sneaky feeling that few might be trying to connect this train with this train by going like this and getting 6 train lines, which will get him a lot of points. I need a blue, I need a pink. Few says cheat. I don't know how inferring your route from the information on the board is cheating with you. I don't need any more blues. Let's take a random one then. I mean, I can't block you because I don't have 6 of anything anyway. Okay, let's get these 4 blues down. It does indeed appear to be what Few is doing. I will play my yellows now. Okay, we need pink, we need white. Neither of those are available. We also need 3 of something to go here. Or we could try and get 6 black, but it seems unlikely. So I'm just going to draw. We we do have 3 reds now, so let's use those here. Okay, not sure where View is going. We need a pink. I think I'll use my rainbow to get this line down. Okay, View is going that way. Well, that's okay, I'm going this way. So we can sort that out between us. Of course, the way View is going gets more points. I think that's a given at this point. Reds. Use my reds to go here. Getting 6 in there, as expected. Yeah, View's going to score well again this game, I think. Okay. View only has 11 trains left. If I take more cards, I probably won't be able to do them. See, I could just ignore the cards and just place some trains somewhere. I wonder if that's actually better. Okay, he's only got 4 cards, so he can't use all his trains without drawing more cards. No, I can always just keep 1. Okay, that's not too bad. That's doable, that just needs reds. That, I've got no chance. Okay, let's keep just this one. We just got one, we've got more chance of being able to do it. So I can either go white and then pink, or I can just get 5 reds. There's 1 red and there's 2 reds, so I think I can probably manage to get 5 reds. There's 3 reds. Hopefully there's some rainbows lurking somewhere. Oop, Ophelia was sitting on that one. I still think it's Few who's going to run out of trains first. Let's take a rainbow. And then if nobody else takes this rainbow, that guarantees we can complete that next time. I have a feeling Few might be getting that route just for the points and not because he actually wants to run a route there. Because it's not connected to anything else. Let's get the rainbow. Crushed green. That's a good point. I thought you said you didn't block. And you very clearly just blocked green. You blocked Ophelia. Computers don't... Oh, so blocking computers is allowed, just not blocking human opponents. Okay, I understand now. That makes sense. Nothing wrong with a top only block. He has taken 1 card and is still thinking about the second one. Okay. I will go here. Green is having to go around the long way, but they probably don't have 4 black ones ready. I suspect Few will be using at least 2 of his trains this turn, so if so we've only got 1 more turn left. In which case I'll probably just play the 4 white ones over here. Yeah, there we go. That's 1 last turn. I'll put my 4 white trains here, make my route as long as possible. Again, I think Few's probably taken this. He has 33 more points than me. And he still has 2 trains to place. And I don't think I've done 33 more points of routes than he has. What's wrong with you? Can you not place 2 trains with 3 cards? Surely you can. Yeah, there we go. Who has the longest route? It's a tie. Green did manage to connect at the very last minute. So you both, but the thing is, you both get the points, and yeah, also Green failed one of their routes. So I'm actually second, I think. What did Blue do? Yes. Fortunately, you both get the 10 points there. But even if Green had got the 10 points and you hadn't, you'd still have won. So congratulations, Few, on yet another win. Right, coming up to 3.5 hours. I can maybe squeeze in one more game if you would like, Few. If not, then this is as good a place to end as any. Let's go back to the map a minute. Yes, you were lucky to just squeeze in with that bit. Yes, Green very nicely planned out route. It's just that had 13 trains left at the end. Right, hang on. I'll get back to the main menu there. There we go. Can Few make it 3 out of 3? Let's find out. Should we make it be 5 players instead of 4 players, Few? Just to make it more difficult. Okay, we'll try 5 players just because we've never tried 5 players before, and it'd be interesting to see how much more crowded it gets. Oops, no. Need to wait for Few to go because Few likes being the black player. I need to get the AIs in other colours. There we go. I'll put them all on normal rather than hard, so it will be easy to beat them. It's just the map will be more crowded. Let's try that. So yeah, as we've seen, the normal AI is not very good. They to fail to do all of their routes sometimes. Okay, there, and there. Wow, that does not connect whatsoever. I could just like go all the way around the edge of the map. It's just I might not get those routes. I might not get the right routes. Let's try it. Let's throw for content. Few says hate that kind of draw. Do you mean my draw or do you mean what you've got this time? I don't like it, but mine and yours. Okay. I don't like it, but we'll give it a go. So we need pretty much every colour. We need, if we're going to go right round the edge, we need pink, yellow, green, black, red. So let's take a pink. And another pink. And we'll see how far we get before Few wins. Good news is I did get 2 rainbows at the start. Sometimes you can tell you lost on turn 1. Yeah, possibly. If you're unlucky with your routes, you don't want to waste a turn to try and draw new ones. This doesn't look good. I mean, well, I might finally win a game then, Few. That would be nice. I'm sure you'll still find. I mean, the thing is, if you make enough six length routes, you can probably still win on points anyway. This would be nice to do with yellows, so let's get 2 yellows. Oh, right, and immediately what I thought was going to be part of my route has been taken. That's okay. We can go inland slightly. Doesn't really stop me. Means I need either red or yellow, white and or green. Sure whether to go in and out of Miami with blue or with red. And then these are all just grey to get up here. Yeah, let's take a red one, since we've already got a red one. And then I don't need a green, so let's take a random pink. Using 2 rainbows to cover a grey. That's the sort of thing the normal AI does. So we really don't need to be worried this game for you, I don't think. Right, get some more pinks. Let's get these pinks down. Ah, this nonsense again. Okay, this space here is quite important to me, so I'm going to be using it. Sorry if you were hoping to go this way, I do apologise, but I need to get through to Calgary. But yes, the normal AIs are quite idiotic. Assuming you're calling their AI an idiot and not me. I mean, I am also an idiot. But that's beside the point. Let's get some blues. Actually, if red is available, we'll get another one. No comment. Okay, not sure who you were calling an idiot there, but okay. all 5 players are now crammed into this corner. We can't possibly all be completing our routes now because all 5 of us are trying to go to the same place. Well, if it ends badly for me, it's going to end badly for everyone else as well. Okay, I am going to. This costs a rainbow, but I'm going to make sure I actually get this line into Calgary. Otherwise, I'm a bit stuck. So let's do that. I don't know where the yellow player was planning on going. And I don't know where the green player was planning on going, but they can't both. One of them can escape via this long one here, but they can't both escape that way. Okay, right, I think we're safe now, because no one else is really building where we need to go. So what do I need? Pink, yellow. Assuming I come this way. Oh, I can't go this way now. I'll have to come that way. So I actually need whites as well. but three blues would be useful to get through here. So let's take 2 more blues. Europe map lets you build stations which can jump a route if you get blocked. Yes, I have seen that view. That is quite an interesting game mechanic, and I'm just not sure whether it's worth me buying the Europe expansion as well, just to be able to try it out. But yes, the different editions of this game have different rules. The American one is by far the simplest. All the others are basically these rules plus additional rules like stations, tunnels. I think some have like bridges and ferries and stuff as well. Things like that get added in other versions of the game. Let's go to yellow, so I can do that. Yeah, I really need whites then, plus blues, if I'm going to come down here like this. Take a random. Oh, white, that's helpful. Stick these ones down. View, as I expected, is doing the some of the 6 train routes. Don't we just want random ones here? Yes, the Nordic edition of Ticket to Ride has tunnels and ferries, and there is also a UK edition and many others, some of which are better than others apparently. I've only ever played the American one and the one that I made myself, which is almost certainly not balanced, although I did my best to make it balanced. It's got the same distribution of different length lines as the real thing, that sort of thing. Hello, Zando. Thank you very much for resubscribing for your 2nd month. And the trains they're certainly going well for Few, who has won both of our games so far. I've tried to turn up the difficulty a little for this game by having 3 computer opponents. But I'm sure he'll still win. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, if I'm going to come this way, I really need whites, and I really need blues, because I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to put down these blues, and hope that next time my turn comes around, there are cards here that I actually want, and then I can take them. Ah, well, I was going there. Okay, that complicates matters significantly. Do I come this way now? And then here, and then here. Yeah, and then branch off. I think I'll have to do that. So I don't need these white ones, but I still need these white ones. So let's take a white. And how do I get to Miami? Probably this way. Yeah, Miami that way. So whites and blues. Okay, I'll take a card. Rainbow, that's good. It might be we all fail our routes, in which case it's just a case of who fails the hardest gets the least points. But getting the 6 for the black route is going to be tricky. I might even take a rainbow just to try and ensure we get that. I'll definitely take a white. Few's coming this way. If Few takes the black ones, that could be a problem. I might just lose then. We'll just have to wait and see, I think. Let's take some more trains. Okay. Pink. Yellow. Rainbow. I'm gonna need rainbows to finish everything here, I think. This is going to be tight to actually finish this without running out of trains. I have got quite a bit still to complete here. Let me take a pink. Random. Wait, good. I'm a little worried that green might try and come here. Take 2 more random. what I wanted, but will do. The options are running out. I haven't got the right trains yet. Yes, it's difficult. It's a difficult game with 5 players. I think I'm gonna take this before it disappears, even though it uses one of my rainbows. So I do need to get into Toronto somehow. I don't think I'm going to get the right colours on it, so I'm just going to take rainbow. That way. Hopefully that's not where Few was intending to go. I am sorry if so. She's really getting squashed down. Few is just about managing to thread the needle to get through there, but it's getting pretty desperate. I've got 5 out of the 6, let's go here. I did some calculation and I think this is the only way I can actually connect all my routes without running out of trains. So we're going this way. It wasn't the original plan. He has managed to... Oh, he's not quite managed, but he's got a grey double line here, so he definitely will connect his routes, which is good. Okay. I don't think anyone's going here, but let's get the pink one down just so that it's done. And then hopefully I can find a way through with what I have left. And I still need to get red ones for here as well, which is proving difficult. Let's take some more. Okay, well we got a rainbow, which is progress towards red. I think I'm going to fail the Phoenix route completely because there's just no way for me to get in, but I should be able to finish Los Angeles to Miami and Toronto to Miami. Los Angeles to Miami is quite a high scoring one, so I've got that going for me. But if Few manages to finish all of his, he's probably still going to win. So I only need black, red, and colourless. Rainbow will be good, but I have 2 red now. I have 1 black and 2 red. So yeah, I need either 1 more rainbow, 1 more black, or 1 more red, and the rainbows are right here. So I'm going to take 1 more rainbow. Right, now I have all the cards I need to connect 2 of my 3 stations. 2 of my 3 routes, which is more than I thought I'd be able to do at this point in the game. Now the question is, can I do it before Few wins? Okay, he's drawing cards this turn, so we've got at least 2 more turns. So I will go here, using 3 of my rainbows. The awkward part is this part where I've got to make 3 moves to get through there, and I maybe won't be able to make 3 moves before Few ends the game. And yeah, so that's a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 2. So that exactly uses my trains. So if we do get enough turns, I'll have used all my trains, but I won't have got to Phoenix, unfortunately. There was just no way to get through. Okay, and I'm not going to manage that because Few is going there. Okay. So we only get 1 more turn. So I failed all my routes, and we lose, which is good. The question is, who loses harder, me or the AIs? I suspect it's going to be the AIs, because I have 30 points more than them. So let's. This is what I was going to do, and then it's just 2 grey ones to get down here. But I'm never going to place them because Few has ended the game. So yeah, green was trying to get to Vancouver and failed. Yellow was trying to get to Vancouver and failed. Blue was trying to get to Seattle and failed. Nobody except possibly Few has managed to complete all their routes. Yeah, there's a 15. I managed 28, there we go. But Few managed to get all his trains in 1 line, almost. Very nice. Did manage to complete all his routes. I failed all of mine. Yellow failed 1. Ophelia failed 2 20-point routes. Blue failed. Yeah. So, Few wins. Congratulations, Few. Despite me failing every single one of my routes, I still come in 3rd. Yes, it gets really, really crowded with 5 players, but I just wanted to try that as something different. Hello, Sarah with stars. Welcome to the stream, and I have to apologise that we are about to end. I'm glad you could drop by to catch the very end of it. Ophelia says, apparently I'm just not good at this game. I wondered if you were still here, Ophelia. This round I had the AIs on normal to balance out the fact that we were having 5 players. I put the AIs on normal. When you put the AIs on hard, they are reasonably good. Ophelia, you came 2nd in one of the earlier games. And in one of last week's games, you only came 2nd by 1 point. So, you're not too bad. Yes, this just to clarify, this Ophelia here is not Ophelia in chat. It's a computer player that happens to have the same name. Yes, so it is bedtime now for me. It's definitely bedtime for Ophelia, who's now ahead of me. It's not bedtime for Few, he's in America, but never mind. 4 hours is the maximum I'll do on a Friday, which is what I've done. So thank you, Few, for those games. Sorry, Sarah, that you didn't catch more of the stream. Thank you, Ophelia, for the gift subscription to Pleblu. Thank you very much, Zando and Abby, for renewing your subs. Thanks, Dev Panda, for the follow. Thanks, Mac, for the raid. We had a one of everything this evening, I think. And yes, LT Bago. Yes, LT Bago was making a bed this evening, and now he's going to sleep in it. And I hope you have a very comfortable sleep. I'm just going to decide on a raid target. There are some Dorf streamers going, but nobody I recognise. If anyone would like to suggest a raid target, feel free to do so. Heron to Birds is still doing Jackbox, although she might be ending soon. We'll raid Heron to Birds. I think she only usually does 3 hours, which means she'll be ending soon. But Heron to Birds is another Scrabble streamer, but she also does party games, which is what she's doing at the moment, which is definitely something that's a wide range of viewers can enjoy. So let's kick off that raid. I keep forgetting to suggest a raid message. Let's do one, and then maybe people will use it. This is the raid message I would like you to use. I will be back tomorrow with some Scrabble, starting at 4 PM Eastern Time, 9 PM UK time, and running till the early hours of the morning. I'll be back on Sunday with possibly more Ticket to Ride if Dustin wants to play, and also some Polybridge. And I'll be back next week with more Dorf at the same time. Thank you, everybody, and bye for now.